Hello there, everybody. Welcome to Let's Talk About It with Yogi Hamm. I'm Yogi Hamm. And this is my garage. This is where we talk about crap all the time, all kind of stuff. And tonight, what are we talking about? Volume 7, baby, of famous last words. And I know somebody said earlier, before we recorded this, earlier this week, they said, your last couple of famous last words, nobody even knew who them people was. I said, well, maybe you all open a book. Go read and find out who the hell they was instead of sitting here saying, you're putting boring names up because we're too lazy to go look up and see who that was and what they did. That's exactly what I'm trying to get you to do. If you don't know who these famous people are, you are living under younger people probably won't, but you need to go look them up. Go look them up. Read what they did. You'll know something about history. Sitting there, I don't know who them people are. Go look it up. Damn, some of them you should know by now. However old you are. Anyhow, let's get going. Here we go. First one, I'm going to tell you his name. Manfred von Richthofen. Richthofen. Yeah. You know who that was? That's that red burn. You know, a bunch of you people right there going, now you mean that pizza guy? Go look it up. World War, it's hard to say that. WW1 flying ace, boy. You fly them planes around and pew pew them out of the sky. Pew pew, and they're saying it. But he was Germany's guy. He was a first dog fight master, I guess. Anything like that. But but he finally got it, boy. Somebody finally pew-pewed his plane down. Now, here's what, when I was looking around, I found a couple places that said he said this. And his plane was hit and he crashed. Boom, his plane got crashed. So, but here's the thing. Okay, a couple places I looked, it said his final words was kaput. And I think that's bullcrap. I don't think that's real. I couldn't find any evidence that said it wasn't, but I couldn't find any that it was. And I think it's just some people trying to be funny. I don't think that's really what he said. And then I did some more research, but guess what? They don't think he had any last words that people heard. Because when he crashed, when they got to him, number one, he took one through the heart. Number one. And number two, when it crashed, his face smashed into, them machine pew-pews on the front where you're flying and you're like, pew, 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 pew. Oh, God, I can't stand doing that. But anyway, yeah, he took one, and then when he landed, his face smashed into the gun, so that's wrong. If you read somewhere, his last words was kaput. That's some of them damn low-life damn people hacking in there to do it, change it, trying to be funny. We're so amused. Some people are seriously trying to find out stuff. Y'all in there doing that, thinking you funny. It ain't funny. You showing you how big of an ass you are is what you're doing. Anyhow, next. That was 1918, and that Red Baron, he's only damn 25. Yeah. So So anyway, we're moving on to 1919. That Teddy Roosevelt. He's 60 years old, and to his assistant, he was laying there in his bad shape, and he said, "Please put out the light, James." And James said, "All right, I will." And he put that light out, and that was it. Fell asleep, and then woke up. Last thing he said to James. So next, also in 1919, at the age of 62, that L. Frank Baum, Baum, you know who that is. He wrote the Wizard of Oz. He wrote all them Wizard of Oz books. Been over there in Oz books and all that crap. And in them books, there's this place called the Shifting Sands. Like that. But he said to his wife, he said, "Now we can cross the shifting sands." And then he croaked. So yeah, that happened. So then 1924, that Vladimir Lenin guy, he was about to croak, and his dog, his faithful dang dog, brought him a bird. That dog was outside, found the old croaked bird, and grabbed it, and took it in to him, laid it beside him. He patted on the head, said, "Good dog," and then he croaked. Oh, you know what? If my last words is "good dog," then I'm going out in good company. Yeah. But anyhow, that was that. That's when that happened. So in 1926, boy, a sideshow performer. Now, don't get mad at me for saying this name, because this was really the name. I ain't trying to be funny. I ain't making up something, trying to make fun of this guy. I ain't doing none of that. This was his own name that he chose to be, or at least like his management chose it, and he said, okay. I don't know what his real name was, but the sideshow performer known as Zip the Pinhead. You know, he had I can't remember what I should have wrote that down. Somebody should have wrote that down. See what I'm talking about? Anyhow, so when he was 69-year-old in 1926, he's laying there about to go out, and his sister's there at his bedside, and he looked at her and he said, "Well, we fooled him for a long time, didn't we?" Then he closed his eyes and he drifted off to sleep, and then he drifted on. Ooh, angel singing right there. If we'd have had that good production value, would have been angel singing right there. But no, we didn't. Sad show. Anyhow, song I want you to go hear is that "Knock, Knock, Knocking on Heaven's Door." And from 1973 version of that damn Bob Dylan. Not anything, don't even try to bring up that version with that caterwauling, Axl Rose screeching and, I don't know. I'd rather hear fingernails on chalkboard. And besides that, he can't even sing it right. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Wow. What the hell's a door? Whoa. Oh, you mean door? Like Bob Dylan says it? Do-whoa. What the hell's a do-whoa? Anybody got to throw that hey in there? What the hell? That didn't add nothing. It took away, especially with his damn voice. Don't go listen to his version unless you want to claw your eardrums out. Go listen to that Bob Dylan. See, now you know Axl damn Rose got to be bad for me to suggest Bob Dylan. Suggest a version of something him singing. You know the other one got to be terrible. Bob Dylan, 1973, Knocking on Heaven's Door. Yeah, go listen to that. I like that version. He actually sing pretty decently in that, I think. Anyhow, there you go. Leave me in comments if you have to, if you're an Axl Rose fan and can't handle it. Leave your mean and nasty comments. Show what a person you are. Okay. Other than that, we'll see you in the next one. Bye.